Captain, before we step onto this in-the-middle island, tell me, what does between make you feel when it marks the space in the middle, the connection or relationship linking two sides, and a choice between options? Meaning 1, in the space separating two things, in the middle of them. Used for physical location with 2 points. Example: Captain, the lighthouse stands between the two cliffs. Common use: between A and B, sit between, space between. Between cliffs. Meaning 2, shared or involving two people or groups, linking both sides. Used for relationships, agreements, differences, or communication involving two sides. Example: Trust between the crews grew after the rescue captain. Common use: between us, between teams, agreement between. Between two crews. Meaning 3. Used for choosing from options, comparing or deciding. Used when you pick one option out of two or more. Example: Captain, choose between the shorter route and the safer route. Common use: choose between, decide between, between options. Between options. Between is most natural with 2 points, between two cliffs, but it also works for shared relationships, between us, and decisions, choose between A and B. Navigate the middle with serious level calm, Captain. Carry between for the space that separates, for the trust that links two sides, and for the moment you choose between paths under the night sky as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this connect and cross island, tell me, what does bridge make you feel when it means a structure you cross, the command area of a ship, and creating a connection between two sides or ideas? Meaning 1, a structure built to cross over water, a road, or a gap. Used for the physical crossing that links two sides. Example: Captain, we crossed the bridge before the fog returned. Common use: cross a bridge, bridge over a river, bridge cables. Bridge crossing. Meaning 2, the control room of a ship where navigation is directed. Used for the command area where the ship is steered. Example: Captain, report to the bridge. The stars are shifting. Common use: on the bridge, bridge crew, bridge watch. Bridge watch. Meaning 3, to connect two things, to create a link or close a gap. Used for joining ideas, groups, or differences. Example: Sirius bridged the disagreement with one clear plan, Captain. Common use: bridge the gap, bridge differences, bridge ideas. Bridge the gap. Bridge is a noun for a crossing structure and also the ship's command area. As a verb, It means connecting and closing a gap. Bridge the gap. Connect what separated, Captain. Carry bridge for the crossing that gets you over, for the ship's bridge where night choices are made, and for the bridge you build between people and plans under Sirius's steady sky as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this annoyance and effort island, tell me, what does bother make you feel when it means to annoy someone, to worry or trouble your mind, and to take the trouble to do something? Meaning 1. To annoy or disturb someone. Used when something interrupts or irritates. Example: Captain, the loud engine noise bothered the crew at night. Common use: bother someone, don't bother me, stop bothering. Bothering noise. Meaning 2. To worry or upset someone, to trouble the mind. Used when something keeps you uneasy. Example: It bothered Captain that the signal light blinked twice and stopped. Common use: it bothers me, bothered about, deeply bothered. Bother. Check signal. Meaning 3. To take the trouble or make the effort to do something, often in questions or negatives. Used when you emphasize effort or willingness. Example: Captain, don't bother to wake me. I'm already up. Common use: bother to, can't be bothered. Why bother? Bother to ring. Bother can target a person, bother someone, a feeling, it bothers me, or an action, bother to do. It often appears in polite phrases too. Sorry to bother you, where it softens the interruption. Keep the night smooth, Captain. Carry bother for the noise that bothers, for the worry that bothers the mind, and for the moment you decide whether to bother to act, or let the calm carry you to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this deal and haggle island, tell me, what does bargain make you feel when it means a great deal for the price, negotiating to lower a price, and an agreement where both sides trade promises? Meaning 1. Something bought for a very good price, a great deal, used when the price is surprisingly low for the value. Example: Captain, this lantern was a bargain, half the usual cost. Common use: a real bargain, bargain price, bargain store. Bargain price. Meaning 2. To negotiate for a better price or conditions. Used when you haggle or negotiate. Example: Captain, Sirius bargained until the supplier lowered the cost. Common use: bargain for, bargain with, bargain over. Bargain hard. Meaning 3. An agreement or deal where each side gives something, a trade of promises, used when both sides accept terms. Example: Captain, the bargain was clear. Safe passage in exchange for supplies. Common use: make a bargain, strike a bargain, bargain with someone. Bargain see deal. Bargain can be a noun for a great deal, a bargain price, a verb for negotiating, bargain with, or a noun for an agreement, strike a bargain. Trade wisely in the dark and the daylight, Captain. Carry bargain for the deal that saves you, for the calm negotiation that shifts the numbers, and for the bargain that locks two sides into one clear promise as we sail to the next island. Captain, before we step onto this drum and roll island, tell me, what does barrel make you feel when it means a large round container, the tube of a gun, and moving fast and powerfully like a charge? Meaning 1. A large round container, often wooden or metal, used for storing liquids or goods, used for storage containers, especially for wine, oil, or supplies. Example: Captain, they rolled a barrel of fresh water into the hold. Common use: oil barrel, wooden barrel, barrel of water. Barrel water. Meaning 2. The long tube part of a gun, used in technical descriptions of firearms. Example: Captain, the barrel was inspected for safety before storage. Common use: gun barrel, barrel length, barrel cleaning. Barrel inspected. Meaning 3. To move very fast and forcefully in one direction. Used when someone or something rushes forward with speed and momentum. Example: the cart barreled down the hill, Captain. Common use: barrel down, barrel through, barrel along. Barrel down. Barrel is most common as the big round container, but it also names the tube part of a gun. As a verb, it means rushing forward with speed and force. Barrel down the road. Control weight and momentum, Captain. Carry barrel for the container you secure, for the technical tube component named in equipment talk, and for the wild speed that barrels forward unless you stop it in time as we sail to the next island.